Copyright is the author's exclusive right to decide whether he or she would allow other persons to use his or her work, at what conditions, and for what remuneration. Copyright protects visual art, music, photos, video, literary works, choreography, dramatic works, design, computer software, databases, and other works created by an author. Copyright is protected by law all over the world. There is the copyright law in every European Union member state. It is developed based on the EU directives of the relevant field and with no delay supplemented with the provisions of the new adopted directives and conventions. Food recipes are not directly referred to as a copyright object in any legislation. However, individual elements of a food recipe may be regarded as copyright objects. Food recipes conditionally consist of three parts: the list of ingredients and their quantities, the description of the preparation process, and the food visualization, which can be a photo or a video. The composition of a recipe is not a copyright object, as it is not possible to prove that there is a particular person who is the first one in the world having decided to use the particular set of products to prepare the dish. Description of process of cooking may be a copyright object if it should be considered creative work, as it possesses original presentation. Therefore, it should be classified as a literary work. Photos and videos of the food and its preparation process, on the other hand, are always considered as a copyright object. Additionally, if music is used in the video or presentation, it is also a copyright object. The author of the work, the person who has created the work, is the copyright subject. The author of the photo and video materials, as well as the author of music, if it is used in the video or presentation, will definitely be the copyright subject within the process of digitalization of food recipes. If the description of a recipe can claim the status of literary work, the author of the description can also be a subject to copyright. Initially, the particular photographer or photo operator is the author of the photo or video materials. However, in a majority of situations, the copyright to the particular visual material is taken over by the customer. In this case, it can be a museum, a printing house, a project producer, or another institution or organization. In this case, the copyright is defined and governed by a mutual copyright agreement. In the course of digitalization and presentation of food recipes, there is a dual risk. Firstly, the risk to lose control of authorship of own works, and secondly, the risk to breach the copyright of others. In order to protect own copyright, it should be correctly stated who holds the copyright. Secondly, contracts to communicate and agree on the use of work should be clearly stated. Additionally, the internationally organized symbol of copyright, in particular the letter C in a circle, by adding the name of the year of first publication, may be used. And lastly, photos or videos can also be labeled. The easiest and safest way of complying with the copyright is to create own original content. Do not use content of unknown origin. If it is not possible to manage without materials found on the internet, in the course of preparing original content, the origin and the author of the work which is used should be found. Materials of unknown origin should not be used even if Others use the same content without any reference. The permit to use the work should be therefore received from the author. Work may not be used without a permission or payment if it is stated accordingly. Even if private content is produced without an intention to gain financial benefit, a written permission of the author of the work protected by copyright should be received. However, the law also provides several exceptions when the author's agreement and remuneration is not needed. For example, when the work is used in the study process. It's also possible to use lawful content sites. On the internet, there are images, video materials, and music whose authors do not object to the use of their work. Photos and videos can be found on specific sites or photo banks, both for small fees and also for free. For example, YouTube, Freestock Music, or Purple Planet.